Hey, kitty.
Meow.
What do you want to do tonight?
Meow meow.
Do you want to watch a movie?
Meow.
Ha! Which one?
It's time, GBGBs, for the cat show. Get all your treats and do lots of bits and sometimes talk. Here is the Litterboxd.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 11, Episode 4, The Cat Returns. I'm your co-host, Denali.
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
Orewa Jesu desu.
Wow, I really wish I could play in this space, Chase, but I don't know a single word in Japanese.
I meant to do a little bit deeper, like the thug cat voice, like you know, that kind of thing that they got going.
Yeah.
Wait, how was that?
What?
I have so many questions I'm gonna ask you too.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
already.
It was the grandpa from Everybody Loves Raymond.
was Muta?
Yeah.
Ah.
He was doing a bit of like a New York accent though.
I liked Muta's voice in this.
it was
wait,
fine.
so Jace, you pulled a Ryan this week where you watched it in a different language.
No, I mean I watched
Right.
the movie in its original language.
In a
I didn't find a dubbed version in an alternate language to watch for free.
right.
I think that's acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
I didn't even choose. I didn't have to change a setting for it to occur that way. On HBO Max,
Yeah.
it started playing in Japanese.
But did you get it with subtitles?
Technically, we didn't either because technically there's two different versions on HBO Max. There'll be one
Really?
entry for the Japanese, and there'll be, at least on mine, there's the original, and then
Yeah.
there's the English. Two different entries.
I searched.
And guys, I think it's still called Max
clicked.
until August, I think.
They can fuck
So
themselves.
let's respect
No.
the titles here. Okay, so you saw the subs, no dubs.
I watched it
version.
subbed, yeah.
How does the cat sound in your version? Just really quick.
Which one?
What's his voice? The cat, the
Main
cat.
the cat that returns.
Oh, very, yeah, I'm imagining the same.
Okay, well, can you just do an impression of him really quick?
If I had to imagine, it would be like this. I'm the Baron.
Okay, that's actually that's pretty good. He's like, hello, I'm the Baron.
Yeah,
Like, he's a bit of a bit of a dashing character.
It was
in the
Carrie
English.
Elwes.
Yeah,
I
If
think
that
that's a
helps.
1-to-1. I think
that's good.
it's 1-to-1 on the English-Japanese speaker for the Baron, vibe-wise.
Okay, cool. That's great. We're gonna visit this conversation, I think, throughout this episode. But folks, this is episode 4 of our cat season so far. All right, we're 4 cat episodes deep. I want to check in with you guys. How are we feeling about the cat season so far? Is there anything like we've picked up on? Can we go harder in the cat season? Like, what are your feelings right now?
Meow meow. I'm doing quite well.
Purr, I might add. Jace, are you in heat over this?
Oh, you know?
Are you purring? Are you
I think
yowling?
I think I might be.
Yeah.
I think personally I got some much needed cat variety.
I think there's good variety already with what we watched. We watched like literally 4 different genres in this.
Yeah.
One thing I'm picking up, I think I'll add to my cat meter is I think there is, unlike the dog season, I think there is some level of inherent, I don't know, like horniness to cat movies that are not prevalent in dog movies. Like there is some kind of psychosexual element to most of these.
Yeah.
That I think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
it's not
also,
explicit.
like when I see like kind of like a humanoid cat,
Yes.
I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on here?
Right, okay, yeah.
But when I see a humanoid dog, I'm like
Right.
not interested in what's going on there.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to think of a dog man. But think of a cat man, it's kind of like, oh. So I think it's universally agreed. I think when a cat's involved, the writers, their minds start skewing in a certain direction. For example, we watched Treasure Planet, episode I think is going to be dropping soon. There's a dog man in there.
Not,
Well, I think we all
not
like.
horny.
not on, but he's not on the scale.
Yeah.
No, I think I would friend zone that dog man. He's
Yeah.
seems perfectly nice to be around. Then there's the cat captain, who I think is a completely different
And
off this end of the spectrum. Yeah.
I will say maybe it's not so much that cat movies have to be horny. I think maybe just the more cats there are, the more horny the movie is. Because like I don't think the content apart from the cats needs to be horny, right? Like it's
Right.
not that like I think if there's more cats, there's just more of like a because cats are more of this
just
like
a statistically higher percentage, that it's
Okay.
going to be horny.
Are
well,
you
they're just
formulating
like,
an equation?
what are you thinking about
right now?
I think he
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Like when the cats are when you see a cat,
Okay.
you don't really know exactly what it's thinking. You're kind of like a will they won't they scratch the fuck out of me.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know? And there's also like a will that will they won't they. I think is just like so adjacent to like a romantic will they won't they.
Okay, but I want to be clear. I'm not feeling romantic about seeing cats. Like
I
don't,
agree.
Right. Okay.
Well,
they aren't they?
Kind
I
of
mean, hot.
kind of disagree unless they're hot.
Yeah. Unless it was the fictional cats. Yeah. Like Keanu, for example, is about a singular cat. I think that was completely, I wouldn't consider that on the horny spectrum at all.
There were strippers in that
That's
movie.
just
Okay.
about a cat. Yeah.
But I think also there the cat was too nice. That was not a realistic cat depiction.
Oh.
It was a real cat too. I think it was the only real cat we've encountered. I think.
But I just don't think that Church
Church is a demon.
I
cat.
think Church is hotter than the cat and Keanu.
I don't want this is getting into it. Okay, yeah, I do agree. Right, Church is a bad boy.
Demon cats through satanic means are inherently horny. So that was expected.
Totally above board.
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat.
Horny as hell.
Yeah, really.
That
horny.
guy is actually disturbingly horny. I can't do it.
He looked at the mom's picture.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was like humming, and his cat.
Oh, yeah.
His cat.
Oh yeah.
I think this movie. I think objectively the hottest cat so far we've had.
Yeah.
The Baron. Got tons of riz. He's cool.
Yeah.
Looks great. Sharpest dresser. I was also wondering, do you guys, now that we've watched, I think, 8 hours around of cat content, do you guys have a good cat impression? What's your good, like, if you had to imitate a cat right now, like, what would that be?
Unfortunately for podcasts, I think
Yeah.
it's mostly nonverbal.
Okay. Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
I think a good cat impression involves licking the paws, bent
Okay.
over, licking the paws.
Right.
I think it's got this kind of like,
I mean, you could do
You know,
that.
the cat
right
scratch,
now, and
the
we
meow.
could describe it.
that,
Yeah, just go do
which
it.
is
Do
what
a
I'm currently
physical.
doing.
Okay, I'm gonna do one realistic cat meow, and then I think one cat person
I
meow.
pray to God for your safety.
Yeah.
Otto is going to attack the shit out of you if he's within 15 feet.
He will. He's in another room though. Okay. Meow. And then this is a cat, actual cat person meow. Next. Meow. What do you think of that? Do you want another reading? Do you want another?
That was pretty good. Can you give me less of like a I need breakfast meow?
Okay.
And more of like, hey, who like what's going on? Like what's
Okay.
going on over there, meow? Like, are you supposed to be
Yeah.
here, meow?
Meow.
Oh, what about a cat? Okay, do a real cat one.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want another? You're not giving me a lot of. Okay, yeah.
So there's a guy delivering a package to your front porch, okay?
Okay.
But he doesn't show up in like a UPS or a FedEx or a post office truck. It's just like a white Dodge Neon. And he gets out and he's wearing like a brown, kind of like almost like a taupe, like UPS like uniform, but it doesn't have the brand on it.
Oh.
And he's got this like envelope, like a big envelope, and he's coming up to your front door and he's kind of
Yeah.
looking over his shoulder, like back. He's wearing a hat,
Oh my god. Okay.
like
yeah,
a baseball
yeah.
cap.
All right.
He's kind of looking back and forth, like over his shoulder, and then he sees you in the window.
Okay. And I'll. Okay. Meow.
Okay, I see it. We're getting
See,
there.
okay.
That was good.
Jace, do you want to take a crack at this? Just give me a good cat. Just like you're a cat. You're auditioning to be a cat. Oh! That was a big
Oof.
performance.
You made my heart skip a beat, man.
I think someone's getting the part. Okay, can you do a human cat?
Where's my fucking fancy feast, huh? You were supposed to deliver it yesterday, huh? You want your eyes clawed out? You give me my fucking fancy feast.
That was good.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's award circuit, everybody.
That was like Muta right there. That was like
Yeah,
a Muta
yeah.
performance in the English dub. Well, great. I mean, I'm impressed, guys. Do you guys want to get into the actual movie talk? I mean, I think the audience, there's a lot of Studio Ghibli heads out there
Yeah.
who are waiting to hear what we think about. I think our first Studio Ghibli movie. So, Jace, this was your pick this week.
Yeah.
You want to explain why you picked it? Give us a little synopsis of what we're going to get into.
Well, I had 4 cursed cat movies on the up for selection last week, and we
that's right.
picked. I think kind of just went with the safest option. The Cat Returns is a Studio Ghibli movie. It is a non-Hayao Miyazaki movie, if you've not seen it. So out in the wilderness, there are some people that kind of pan it or say that it's not up to the rest of the Studio Ghibli movies. But we can talk about that. It's a kind of a mystical slice of life about this character, Haru, who's a teenager who saves Loon, the prince of the kingdom of cats, and then kind of has to deal with the repercussions of that, including maybe marrying him and his horn dog father and some other. Ryan, that bubble tea, honestly, I didn't notice until now. That does not look appetizing to me.
he poured it out into a giant cup, and all I see is just like these chunks on the bottom, these boba.
That's all I have left.
Have you ever watched someone drink bubble tea and not know what boba was?
Oh, and it hits their
see
mouth.
It enter their, yeah. And the pure horror at the texture.
I always warn them. I always say, dude, that you got to be careful when it comes down the pipe, and
they come in fast.
Are you do you?
They're like,
I think Denali introduced me to boba tea.
I can
same.
see that.
It was when Keanu was working at Fruitland.
The only boba purveyor in our whole fucking state, I think, at that point. They're kind of like the black balls Mr. Incredible gets shot with. That I usually describe people. Like, you ever see those and that you want like a textural experience that? Anyways, please, was that your synopsis?
That's about Haru gets warned that she's not that she should stay away from the kingdom of cats, and she enlists the help of Baron, our well-dressed cat sculpture, non-living creature, and Muta, the bad boy, and the bird Toto.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys a question. Did you guys know this movie was a sequel?
I know it has relation to and has some similar characters to. I don't remember the name of the movie.
Okay, have you seen that other movie? It's called Whisper of the Heart.
I have not.
Yeah, I didn't know this until like this morning. I looked it up. This is a spin-off character, the cat. Whisper of the Heart is actually about how the cat was made. Like, she is a person who made like a cat toy who came to life, like as he explains in the movie. Because my initial thing was like the cat returns from what? Like, what if this is like the first movie? You're like, what are you talking about? Like, the cat returns, and this is like he's back. The cat.
I never thought there was a problem with that. Actually, like, this is the first I'm finding out that there was some other movie or something. I thought it was the white cat Yuki or whatever.
Oh, like she's coming back into Haru's life.
Yeah.
She returns.
Interesting.
I think that's a little, I mean.
It's like Titanic was named Titanic because of the ship, you know.
They named that before the boat. They named the Titanic before it sunk. What's the chances?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I thought the movie was called that because of the Titanic love between the two characters, not because the ship was.
It was. That's a common misconception. It was actually the movie Titanic was named Titanic because it was the name of the ship that they were on that sunk.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, the cat returning in this.
Yeah.
Which cat returns?
It's about the cat that returns.
They're in a town called The Cat Returns, and it's actually nothing to do with the guy. Okay, well, the thing that confused me, Ryan, was that, okay, they established that there are tons of cats who know about the cat kingdom, right? The fucking, like, cat king shows up, there's a procession and everything, but then all of a sudden you get this random cat who's like, I actually used to be a statue, and I became a man cat. Like, he has no, and he's like, I've never been to the cat kingdom. I've never met the cat king. I don't know anything about that stuff. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, why does there need to be a statue cat, like, from a plot perspective?
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, I live in this, like, toy village, and I'm like, I have real hands, unlike the other cats. And for the whole movie, I was like, why is this cat different? And they don't, in Hayao Miyazaki, or, you know, Studio Ghibli, they have that thing where it's just kind of like, okay, yep, I have to buy in on this ridiculous logic, like it's just part of, you know, part of the way they tell stories.
I'm in agreement with you. I think the whole time.
I'm in complete disagreement.
I think it's very interesting to show up to a place, have a statue come to life and be like, things that were made with great care can come to life. And I was like,
yeah, yeah, that's
okay.
a wild thing to say in a movie that it doesn't come up again.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it makes the world bigger. You need to have more than one thing going on. I don't find movies particularly interesting when there's only one way that they differ from the real world.
Dude, the cat kingdom has a lot of implications. I think that's a huge difference, man. Like, there's a whole system of politics and power that's at play.
He's allowed to
and I'm like, dude,
murder people with impunity.
I think in
there's
a world
cat secret service that
in
kills
a world
other
where
cats?
there's magic and stuff, like
Okay.
the cats being the only person that can wield magic, I think it's fine that other people can make statues and come alive.
I think it's fine,
They made
too.
a crow.
I just think what Denali is saying is that it makes sense in the fact that there is actual history and the cat is returning.
Yes.
And it's been described before. And it's not like, I don't know, Haru going to a store and being like, you have to pay with a credit card here. As a, I don't know, throwaway line. And then it's never talked about again.
It's like, wizards exist and so do werewolves. And then they just go the rest of the movie. So I'm relieved that there is like a prequel or like an actual movie where it shows how the cat was made. And people, I guess the audience loved the cat so much. They're like, just do a movie about him. I fucking love the Baron. And I do fucking love the Baron. So this movie kind of starts, right? It's like, I think it starts with that scene that you see in like every movie in the 90s where mom makes an awesome breakfast. And the kid's like, oh, sorry, Mom, got a jet. And takes like one piece of toast and walks out and then has like this awesome feast. That's like much memed about. It makes me mad every time I see it. Because even as a teenager late for school, I would never, ever, ever skip breakfast like that.
I liked that it came full circle, though. It wasn't just a trope scene throwaway. Like at the end of the movie, it came full circle.
That was
That's sure she made.
felt like kind of a power move. My favorite, the T line was my favorite. I need to keep asking you how these were received in English and what they kept.
So
and what played
that's funny
straight.
that you say that because my reaction to the T line was kind of like, that was perhaps a direct translation from something that sounded a lot more smooth in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because she's
agree.
like, it's my special recipe. It doesn't taste the same every single time. And we're like,
Was that...
okay.
If someone said that to me, if I was like, this tea is really good, and they're like, thanks, it's a special recipe, I'm like, I've been fucked with. Like, someone's poisoned me. Someone has spit in it, shit in it.
Especially because
like,
the cat taught her how to do it. So
Okay. I was
probably
wondering.
cat piss.
I was making sure. I was wondering there because we jumped
it's
straight to the
my
end.
specialty.
If you heard, yeah, okay.
I brewed it this morning.
Made it myself.
How was it funny when he said it, when the Baron said it the first time? Because it was
No.
very alluring in Japanese, like, and having some Japanese comprehension and hearing him be like, this is my special blend. It changes different every time. And she's like, oh, it tastes nice. And he's like, you're lucky.
I actually I found him very charming when he said that, even in the English dub. But I agree with Ryan. There's some things that are awkward in there where you're like, I wonder if that sounded better in the original language. So, I mean, the way this kind of, like you guys said, the way this kind of unfolds, Haru is, like typical teenager dealing with typical teenager bullshit at school. She saves a cat's life. Kind of a cool scene with like a lacrosse stick, right? And I went in this movie cold when the cat stands up and is like, oh, thank you for saving my life.
That was so
I was like,
cool.
holy shit. He was very charming. He had two different colored eyes. He had a cool like gold like necklace thing. He's holding like a little gift box. That cat was also kind of a dipshit. Like he like ran into trap. Like he's supposed to be the
I
prince
did
of it.
have a little bit of a logical disconnect with the fact that he's supposed to be the prince and super cool, and later on he's like very adept and everything, and he like commands soldiers, but yet he just runs into traffic.
Unless this was part of his master plan to usurp his dad,
Ooh.
which did happen at the end of the movie. When he started talking, Amber and I were just kind of like, oh, hell yes, I am completely into this movie. Like, I fucking pray every morning now that my life is like this, where a cat just starts talking to me and is like, hey, I'm going to fix all your problems. And all these cats are going to love you now, and like they're going to chase you around. Because she saves this cat's life, and he's like, you're going to be rewarded for this, Buster. All right? We're going to shower you with
One
gifts.
day, I'm going to repay you. That day,
Which is
tomorrow.
that's the most exciting news you could receive from a talking cat.
I think one thing that Studio Ghibli movies do so well is that they make you, like, they're usually centered around some sort of tragedy, so you don't really want to live in their world, but then the other interpretation is like if my world was crumbling around me, like, socially or whatever, I would want some magical thing to come take me away to this magical place. And so you do kind of watch this movie and be like, man, I wish there was a cat kingdom, or like, I wish cats were like this in our world.
Yeah.
But then, like, have you guys seen enough of It's Always Sunny to know, like, their depiction of what it's like to be a man followed around by cats?
No, I don't think I have.
They have Charlie, a character in the show, like, he's kept awake all night because cats scratch at his window constantly because he eats cat food. And like, it just comes up all the time about how, like, it's kind of funny when you mention it once, but then, like, it's a real problem to be followed by 20 cats everywhere you go. It causes logistical problems in your social life.
It's
Well, that's what. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be so funny. I think it's in my other notebook. I was like, oh, it'll be really hilarious when I come into this movie tomorrow. And I'm gonna be like, hey guys, wouldn't it be crazy if somebody counted every single cat in this movie? And she saves the prince, and 4 minutes later, there's a cat procession with about 2 million cats. And I was like,
There's so many cats.
12, 15, 20.
Did you count all the cats, Jake?
No.
There's like fucking
God,
a million
no.
cats in this movie. Someone had to draw all those cats.
I think that's a really funny idea, because I would have been impressed if you had come into like a different movie, and had counted all the cats and been like, oh, it's like there was 14 cats. I'd be like, oh, that's actually really interesting that you did that.
It's not that many.
But
Yeah.
then to know that you tried to do it on this movie of all movies.
You saw every class of cat. There was like cat villages, cat armies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot. This is the highest volume of cats I think I've ever seen in any movie.
I really liked the cat procession scene where they were
me
carrying
too.
the
I
king
love
in,
that.
like, down the city streets. That was so cool. And they did a lot of unique things in that scene, particularly like in the way that the cats interacted with the real world. Because like the cats would walk by and they had their own lanterns and everything to light the way for the king's soldiers and stuff. But then they were activating like the motion sensing lights. I thought that was so cool. And I think that's a detail that a lot of other movies, and especially animated movies, would just like go without, because after you do that, you have to hand draw the lighting on each of the individual cats walking by from the new light. Like, that's a lot of work and that's a lot of care. And it just like is an unnecessary detail that adds so much.
I agree. It was a stunning scene. Like, yeah, seeing the light and all the cats, and then also just seeing it was like random cats sprinting, I guess, towards the king, and the Secret Service cats just like judo throwing them into the bushes. And then you see like the cat king, and he's got like fish blankets, and the way his characterization is so good. Like, he looks like one of those like huge fat old cats who lives like a life of luxury.
Also, simultaneously a sleaze bag, like just
Totally
like
sleaze bag. Hey, what's up? I was like thinking too, like what you mentioned, Ryan, where like usually the characters in these movies usually have a tragic backstory. Like, Haru's story isn't so bad. Like, she has a really nice relationship with her mom that seems really genuine. I feel like in Western movies or like an American movie, like they might make it so that her and her mom are fighting or have a terrible relationship. But they seem like genuine, like friends, like they cook for each other, they have a good time. And her problems basically are just like, I have a crush on this dude in my class, and sometimes it's embarrassing when I show up late to school. And the cat's like, great, I could address that shit easy.
Here's
like,
1,000 lacrosse sticks.
Yeah. Like, if a cat bumped into one of us, we'd be like, oh, thank God. Okay, dude, climate change. It is fucking up the whole world, right? Fascism is like coming out, and people are being like locked away. Like, you need to really get on this
the
cat.
cat's like, ooh.
Whoa, oh,
Believe it or
Jesus.
not, Cat Kingdom. Yeah, we live that way too.
we do the same thing.
That
Cat Kingdom, I need you to overthrow my government as soon as possible.
you do not
Cat
want Cat
Kingdom doesn't
Kingdom
have a
in
lot of
charge of
soldiers.
your government, okay? Our king is a pervert. Well, yours is too.
Well,
Shit.
so is our. I think all of them have pretty much.
I do have that. I have that a question. We're going kind of back. I think as an adult, in knowing and being familiar with the rest of the Ghibli movies, I did have a sense of unease after the cat saving scene, and I couldn't. I paused it and I tried to take a concerted effort to be like, Jace, I think the movie is trying to tell you she's alive. Enjoy it that way, instead of being like, oh my God, is she dead? Is this whole thing like we get? We get Riku. Is it Riku? The small cat. Yuki, the small cat. We get Yuki's voice in her head. I'm like, is she like hearing her friend at a hospital? I don't.
Oh my god.
Did you guys get that, or was it like it was like totally chill?
I know what you mean in that I always thought the other shoe was gonna drop the whole
Or she's
movie.
been
Not
dead
necessarily
the whole
like
movie.
I didn't think she was dead, but I did think this is not gonna be good. Like she's accepting the help right now, and I thought it's gonna escalate to a point where it gets out of control. I could see her accidentally getting into something that's she's way over her head, but I didn't see it coming the way it went, and I wasn't upset. I wasn't like, oh man, I wish there was like some overbearing foreboding sense the whole movie. It was just in the back of my mind like this is probably going to turn out bad, and it kind of went in a different direction. It did for a few minutes, but it's not like that overshadowed the whole movie. So I do kind of agree.
Yeah, you guys have been hurt, man. Like I was not thinking that at all in this movie. Like,
Wow.
I was totally bought in. And if there was a scene like that, it would have destroyed me. I think I would have been like totally vulnerable to that. I mean, so how does this kind of play out? So you guys mentioned that the king was like, look, I'm going to give you a bunch of prizes for saving my son. The prizes show up as 1,000 lacrosse sticks to replace the one that she broke. Pretty cool gift.
Yeah.
And I like how it seems like cats were in a room and they were thinking like, okay, what does this human want? Like she likes the stick. Cat grass, obviously she will love, so I'm going to put that in her yard. A catnip, obviously the best thing, so I'm going to fill her pockets with that.
Is that what I missed?
1
that
billion
one.
mice. Like
There was catnip in her pockets.
That's why the cats
That's why
were
the
following her
cats
around town.
chased her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
and then the mice scene where all the mice come out, and then a horrifying scene of 1,000 cats encountering 1,000 mice. And the mice just go fucking flying.
They get thrown. There's like cats like punting mice.
So then she goes about her day, and her friend, who is also crushing on another boy, asks Haru to take over for her on cleaning duty. And Haru's cleaning, and she sees the boy that she likes. She trips, and another cat shows up. Who, in my opinion, this is like, I don't know his name, but Orange Cat is like maybe top 3 cats for me in this film.
Orange Cat's great.
His voice in Japanese is just so cute. And he's like, oh, hey. He's like, we're here. You're going to get married.
He kind of sounds like, how does he sound? He sounds like almost like a game show host, right? Where he's kind of just like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, ooh, like he has this kind of, what's his, is it Natoru?
He sounded a little, it was very Patton Oswalt almost, but like.
Oh, you know what? It's Andy Richter who does Natoru. So another
What?
comedian who's on Conan. Yeah.
Really? That you literally said game show host. He's Conan's co-host.
Yeah.
That I didn't know. We were trying to figure out who it was, and my best guess was Patton Oswalt.
And one thing we didn't notice too is a GBGB's alum, Anne Hathaway, voices Haru in this movie.
So me and Julie, whenever we watch a Studio Ghibli movie for the first time, we don't look anything up ahead of time.
Nice.
And we play this game where Julie tries to guess all the voice actors, and she's so good. Julie can do she can do anybody, and I can't.
Did she get Hathaway?
Oh yes, she got Hathaway within the first
really?
30 seconds of the movie.
Holy shit, that's a really good spot. Because
I thought so
feel
too.
Like, yeah.
I thought so too. And she's like, no, it was elementary. She's like, it was not. That was like, she said that was like one of the easiest ones she's ever done. And I was like,
Oh my
I got
God.
Carrie Elwes,
Yeah,
but,
nice.
and I also got the Raven.
Oh shit, Elliot Gould.
And Julie knew the main characters instantly. So it took me until the end of the movie. But man, it's tough. She did a
Damn,
good job.
I mean-
I thought she did a really good job.
Hathaway, yeah, like she gives like big, theater kid energy. So
Yeah.
her as like a teen who's like going through shit and being really like that, I think nailed it. And it
Kristen
wasn't until
Bell
the
did really
credits
good,
I was
too.
like, oh shit, yeah, yeah, she was the friend in the movie. Tim Curry is the Cat King, which I think makes sense. Where he's like, hey, how's it going? So she gets an offer to get a tour of the Kingdom of Cats.
Yeah.
Which is my fucking dream.
Yeah.
I would love this. But at this
And
point,
marry the prince. And she says
Yeah,
yes
Natoru.
to go to the kingdom.
she doesn't say yes. She says she kind of
Not
gives
at
a
first,
non.
she said no. And,
What did she
and
say in
he just
Japan?
kind of took it as a yes.
Okay,
as like,
yeah,
no
yeah.
matter
She
what,
didn't say,
you're gonna say yes.
yeah. I think both of these were. And he took it as a yes, which meant she was saying yes to marrying the prince.
Because he
I
was
think-
like, you need to marry our cat, and she's like, no, and he's like, he's really cool, and she's like, he's cool, And she kind of thinks, which is a great moment. And then he's like, great, I'll see you on Thursday. And then he runs off. Yeah.
But I know we still have to talk about meeting the cat who returns, but what's so bad about turning into a cat and living in the cat kingdom?
I'm seeing a lot of plus sides.
You want me to break it to you?
Okay, go ahead, Jace. Is it the
There's
monarchy
additional
system?
there's additional canon here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
In the book about this,
Okay.
this could seriously change the context of our conversations.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it, baby.
The cat kingdom is an afterlife.
Oh my God, Jace, you were right.
Jace,
Your
goddamn it.
instincts. Well, okay, look, I
Why?
think the movie's
know.
different because it's clearly not an afterlife in the movie.
It's
But you're saying this is a kingdom of cats who've been run over?
yeah, essentially.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, that reminds me. Time out. I have a slight sidebar.
Okay.
Like a week ago. So I think I was 31 during when
killed a
I
guy.
learned this. I want to know if this has ever occurred to you guys either. But the old "why did the chicken cross the road" joke,
Yes.
and the answer supposedly being to get to the other side.
Right.
The other side, as in like the
Like-
afterlife.
To die, like the chicken wanted to die.
Yeah, and he's a chicken because
Jesus,
he
what
wanted
the
to.
fuck? No, what the fuck is your problem? No, that's not why the joke is like that.
I think it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why'd the chicken
went-
cross the road to get to the other side?
It's supposed to be an anti-joke, Ryan. Jesus.
I
It's not
don't. I
supposed to
think
be a
it's turned
joke
into
about
one.
Nobody
I
gets
think
my
we
joke.
lost the
They
plot.
don't think it's funny.
The joke is probably from like 1880, dude. They didn't have
Exactly.
jokes like that. Like,
I think
To get to the
that's
other
what
side.
happened. I think that's what happened.
so the joke was like, if I did a different version, why did the dog cross the road? To die.
I don't think
That's
it would
the
be dog.
joke.
I think it'd be something cowardly.
A chicken? Chickens are not fucking cowardly. No way, dude.
But
Have you
that's
seen a
what the
chicken?
word is, Janelle. You can't say that you've never heard someone be called a chicken because they're cowardly.
I think it doesn't make sense. I think it's a stupid term because chickens have been very aggressive in every encounter I've had, and they are not cowardly. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the most bravest, most aggressive birds I've ever encountered in my life.
But the other side.
No, that's not it.
I think
dude.
it is.
There's
I think
no
it's
way.
a joke.
No way, it's not. It
I
can't
don't
be.
even think we can include this in the podcast.
No, I don't think we can.
I think the
I
cat
don't-
crossed the road.
Okay, I am getting my information from a fandom. So you know.
Oh,
That's
well,
no,
then
fandom's
fuck
a
off.
good page. No, fandom's a good page. Jace, thank you.
It's
Fandom's
implied.
a
It's
great
implied
source.
that it's a parallel world to ours, but cats go there when they can't live in our world anymore. Some people think it might be cat afterlife. Just saying.
Okay, I can see that,
But
but
we can
they
move
can
forward. We can
cross
move
over.
forward. We can move on.
Great.
A spiritual voice tells her that she should not go to Cat Kingdom, and that she needs to search out the Cat Business Bureau.
Yeah, the Cat Bureau.
The cat bureau. Which didn't make
Bureau of
sense
Cat
because it's
Affairs.
one guy. Can you be a bureau if you have one guy and no governmental oversight?
Cat Business Office.
Well, how often do cat problems happen? I'm sure he can handle all the cases.
But she goes to the cat bureau and they're like, huh, the cat kingdom, huh? That's interesting.
yeah, he like never heard of it, and I was like, what? Like, what is this guy doing here? Like,
But
I was so confused
Muta had
about
heard
what
about
this
it.
cat was. Yeah, Muta. Well, she does encounter Muta because Muta takes her to the cat bureau, right? They're like, look for the fat white cat. And Muta's introduction I love because she's like, hey, are you the cat? And he looks at her for like 30 seconds with an angry face. And he's like, yeah, come with me. Which is such a cat move. But I also like how the way she finds the cat bureau, it's like, I feel like this is very Studio Ghibli, where she just kind of follows a network of alleyways and then just comes out into it. Like, it's almost like built into the city, where it's like you find a portal that's just part of the environment that you're in that seems mundane.
Yeah, and it's
she
so
crosses into the
it's so
magical
buried
world. Yeah.
in back alleys and stuff that no human who's not looking specifically for it would ever go there.
Yeah, I like shit like that. And you see the Baron, he's just a little guy. He's
just a little guy. I'm just a little
he's so much small.
businessman.
Yeah, he has a little suit, his little top hat. But I think within the first like 30 seconds, you're like, this guy's got riz. Like, he's so
Yeah,
cool.
this guy
He's like,
fucks.
oh,
Yeah.
he's like, what a dashing young lady. Like, and it's not creepy. Like, I don't know. Something like whatever I think it's Carrie Elwes' energy maybe in the performance, but he really delivers in this scene. I was captivated.
You were what?
Captivated.
There
I was
you go.
captivated.
I was captivated with Muta. I think like he follows this. If you watch a lot of anime, you've probably seen the teenage delinquent trope in Japanese anime. The guy kind of like Frankie from One Piece, but we watched I'm gonna forget the name now. The Japanese the sumo show on Netflix, which I think is
Is it an anime?
No, it's a live action. It is Sanctuary, and the main character in that kind of fills the delinquent role, and it's just the hearing him and seeing him big and fat when he started standing up and be like, no. It's just, I was like, this is my guy.
I fucking love Muta. Probably one of my top cat characters, I think, ever. And then what they kind of agree to in the cat bureau, right, is like, what did they say? He's like, I'm going to go check it out. But she gets kidnapped, right? Because they had a plan. Haru gets kidnapped inside the cat's really cool house. All right, great taste. He's got like fucking cake, strawberry shortcake and shit, and like tea. And there's like this portal chase that I love in this movie. I think it's so
That was
cool.
a really cool chase scene. And I thought that for an animated chase between a group of cats and a cat statue riding a bird, like it was pretty dynamic.
Yeah.
And you don't, like, normally it's just like, I'm going to run down this alley and turn over a trash can behind me, you know, or try to run a red light. But in this, the group of cats was creating portals that would put them somewhere else in the world. And they were doing that in like intelligent ways to try and get the raven off of their tail, for lack of a better word. And that was really inventive. So then when they finally juked them and lost them, you were like, dang, you know what? Kudos, cats. Like you actually like beat them skilled wise. When there's a car chase, there's just actors turning a steering wheel.
Yeah.
And going, yeah. And then like one of them decides to go faster all of a sudden and then just wins.
Right.
But in this, you could actually like determine when the cats were using strategy to get away. And you even the cat who was riding the bird was like, damn, they got me.
This is what you get when you don't have a car-centric society. You have like a different.
Yeah, if we had a
idea of what
cat
chase is.
transportation-based society, everything would be
train
a lot
chase.
cooler.
They've done cat transportation a few times at Ghibli. It's a
Oh,
little
that's
weird.
true, yeah.
This is another form of that.
I like to think these portals are what cats go to in real life when you can't find them. Like, because when you own a cat, you have those moments where you're just like, where the fuck did it? And it's like you're in a tiny space and it's gone for like an hour, and then you just look and he's like next to you again, and it's like I don't. Sometimes I'm like there's just physically nowhere Otto could hide, and I'm like I think he goes to the cat dimension. And when I see that cat kingdom, I'm like this is where he goes.
Remember that time we lost Michael?
Yeah. I think we talked about what he was. Michael, friend of the podcast, past guest Michael, had a wedding that we went to. We played hide and seek or sardines.
Yes.
And we literally lost him the night before the wedding, and we couldn't find him for like it was a scary amount of time. It was like an hour or something, where it felt like an eternity. And we were gonna have the moment where we were gonna tell his bride to be Darian about we couldn't find him and we lost him, and we were slightly worried that he might have went outside into like -30 weather in his underwear and hid somewhere, or like was under a sewer grate or something.
Good times.
What did he do? He like locked himself in a closet. And
He went
pulled
into a
the
closet
couch
and stuck his
flush with
hand under the door and pulled a couch against it.
I was the first one to get in there with him.
Really? You found
Yeah.
him? You found him that way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he's like
He's
what,
a
like
big
6'8", like like he's a
Wild.
Every time we tell the story, he gets an inch taller.
There's no way that guy could hide. Yeah. So maybe Michael is a cat. I think. They get to the cat kingdom. It's utopic. I love this place. I want to live here and just be a cat.
Have you seen
I'll take all my loved
something in
ones
the
with me, I'll be
countryside?
cats.
It's utopic based on just the initial picture.
Look, it looks nice. There
You can
is a
drive
cat
like
peasantry.
2 minutes from my house, and that's what it looks like. And I'll tell you,
Utopia.
the people that live in places like that do not vote the same way as you.
Those cats don't vote, dude. It's a fucking monarchy.
That's
all right?
That's the problem.
Everyone owns a home. It seems like everyone is fed. That's already better than most of the things here.
Okay, you swayed me. I'm in.
And as soon as you walk in, they're like, you got to get out of here. Not because it's shitty, but because they're like, we don't need anybody fucking this up. We're living good.
Too good, dude. We can't have you introducing capitalism to this place. Cats would never think of that. There was a cat peasantry. They lived in huts around the place.
Yep,
around
so do
nobility.
hobbits, and I want to live there.
Yeah, they still own homes. She gets there. Everyone's making like flower crowns and shit, and like wearing fish necklaces. It was cool. Muta is there with her, right? And they get invited into the thing.
I really appreciated the tiny bit of dialogue about why she like shrunk when she got into the cat world and she started turning into a cat, you know? So like I thought that she's like, "Oh, Muto, you're huge." And he's like, "No, you just shrunk." And he says it with such like matter of fact. I really liked, and I mean, it's kind of a reveal later, but I really did enjoy their dynamic and how like the main character was constantly experiencing magic and was just like, okay, like she just needs one sentence of explanation. She's like, huh, pretty neat.
Right, and it's total buy-in. This is another instance of like Studio Ghibli, like human transforming into an animal before it's too late type of thing, like in Spirited Away, where there's a little bit of that horror of being like, maybe I don't want to be a cat. Like my body's changing. This is freaking me out, and maybe I need to I need to get back to my world before I'm stuck here forever. And that feels like a childlike nightmare. So Muta gets invited in to a big, awesome snack room. That looks incredible. I love the cat cuisine. It's like skinned rats and like squids and stuff. He eats the whole thing. Absolute legend. But then he like dies. Like this is shocking to me.
So funny.
My jaw was on the ground. Like he was like inside a fucking punch bowl. And he was like, he fell
he wanted
in.
the catnip jelly so bad that he got in there to eat it. And he's like,
I also like how the guard didn't do anything. He was just kind of watching
Yeah,
him
he's gonna like,
climb in.
okay,
He's like,
well, that fucking sucks.
oh, shit, Jesus. And like the king is like, oh no, she's upset that he died. Here, wheel him in here. That'll make him feel better. Like, and so you see this cat who's suspended in like cat jello, like with a horrific expression on his face. And he's like, I don't know why she's crying. I don't know. Like, and then I love the sequence with cat entertainers.
Yeah, that was really
Like,
great.
The cats around the
Julie
world are, yeah.
Was not happy about how that scene sort of developed.
She wasn't entertained by the cats.
She doesn't really like the defenestration part of the cat world.
Right. I think that was pretty, like, one of the cats was not entertaining properly. The king has him thrown out the window, and he falls, I think, about, like, 7,000 feet. And I like the voice actor was like, ah! Like, it still kept going.
to run that big
and they did it like
twice. 3 times. Or a longer. It's like the guy finally comes out and the political guest or whatever is like, and the king's like, throw that guy out.
Throw him out too. It's good to be king, baby. Throw him out the window.
What are the political ramifications of that? The king of Cat Kingdom can just throw delegates from other places out whenever he wants?
Yeah.
There's no other kingdoms, right? I think it's an absolute monarchy. Like, he's like the king of the kings.
Oh, shit.
Because there's not like another cat king, I don't think. Because it's the cat kingdom. So, like, he can't go to war, really, because, like, these other... Wait, where are these other
Would Dog
delegations
Kingdom
from?
kind of suck?
He's sniffing each other's butts.
Do you
all
think
the
Dog
time.
Kingdom would kind of suck?
I feel like it would be less
I view it as one of
refined.
those, like, I think, like, cats
Yeah.
like luxury,
Yeah.
but they're also kind of, like, interesting. They've got stuff going on. I
Yeah.
think if dogs, I think there'd be, like, I don't know.
I think dogs would be like rolling around in stinky meat. Like that's like their idea of entertainment. Like cats like to, like watch theater.
Yes.
And like comedy, like something that's like really refined and like it's clean and it's like ornate. And dogs, I feel like that'd be like, yeah, you're in like a fucking frat house.
It'd
or
be
some
like
shit. It's-
Idiocracy, you know?
Right.
It's very, like, hedonist. Dogs are very, very hedonist.
And I think I would go to the cat kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I like the cats. There's a scene in here, and I think this is where it kind of takes a turn. I mean, not a turn, but like the Baron shows up and offers to dance with Haru in order to, in disguise. He's like, "Hey, King, I could make her smile." And this is where Haru starts falling for the cat. Hello, the cat is quite dashing in this movie.
She starts falling for the cat statue guy.
The Baron throws a shuriken and disarms like 3 cats. Really, really cool. I think this is like one of the coolest cats I've ever seen. They throw shurikens at him. He deflects it with his cape and throws them back. And like sword fights. Like this cat is cool.
Cuts the pants off
And then
the king.
it's hilarious. Muta lives. Turns out they just dumped the
Oh, yeah,
jelly
it turns out
out.
he was alive the whole time.
He said he was just, I think he was like really full and fell asleep or something. And it's a big fight scene. Yeah, what is it? They enter a maze. Like it's kind of just keeps
It kind
going.
of keeps going.
Like,
I think we could jump to
Yeah.
the prince shows up.
yeah. Wait, real quick about mazes. Do you guys like? Was it you guys that told me about the right hand rule in mazes?
Yeah.
Where you do the
Yeah,
wall? Like,
I thought
remember
about
we were
that
playing Minecraft
last night. I thought about that.
Would that work in a maze like that? Wouldn't that take like 10,000 years?
It takes forever, but it's surefire.
Right.
well, not this maze.
okay, anyways.
Because This maze is filled with fake cat walls.
Yep.
You could also definitely climb over the 4-foot cat wall and just like run. Like
Which Muta did.
Why
That
did-
was. I thought
Yeah,
that was
they did. That's
hilarious.
part of the
That was a
plot,
really funny. He gets up there like, no, you're not allowed to do that. He's like, fuck you.
And it's only like 5 idiots start chasing you. Like it's not like they could have also just gone on the wall. Yeah, the prince shows up, right? Like you said, Ryan.
Yeah, the prince shows up with his army of kind of like cool cats.
Yeah.
And
those
is like,
dapper
this has all
dans,
been a huge misunderstanding. I don't want to marry this lady.
And his dad's like,
Yeah. Duh.
And then the prince is actually in love with Yuki.
Yeah, the cat who started it all.
The cat who started it all. The cat that Haru saved when she was a kitten, gave her some fish crackers.
Ah,
And Yuki stole the prince's heart, man. It's fucking beautiful.
that's so cool. I liked that a
They
lot.
love each other. Yeah.
And then the king's like, haha, hilarious. Okay, bye.
What?
But it's really silly.
well, he was like,
I can turn you back into a human if you marry me.
and she's like,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna fucking marry you. And he was like, is that a no?
She really embarrasses that king in front of his own dudes. He shouldn't have been such a creep. And then it's revealed also that the Muta is also like a legendary cat. I love this.
That
reveal.
was so funny. And I love that trope. And
Yeah.
they were like, oh, we should have recognized him. He's on the wall. And they point.
Like there's a fucking
and there's
painting
a
of him.
picture, like almost like a cave painting of him, like eating all these, like all this food and other cats. Oh, so funny.
Yeah, like he's so legendary. He like they say like he ate like all the fish in like one lake and like collapsed their economy or something and then left. He's like, oh my god, it's Ronaldo Moon. I think at this point the girl kind of escapes, right? She climbs up the tower.
Yeah, there's an escape scene. Yes.
Fight scene. It's cool. She flies down with a bunch of ravens. A beautiful scene.
We're kind of that's probably my favorite. I feel like somebody picked up a pen and looked at the rest of the team, and they're like, "I'm about to fucking cook," and they're like, "What do you mean?" Like, 1, skydiving. Like,
Yeah.
okay. 2,
Yeah.
running on thousands of birds. They're like, what?
really cool.
Like 3, talking while it's happening.
I mean, knowing Studio Ghibli too, it probably was one guy working 18-hour shifts, animating that, like pencil on fire, like and fucking amazing scene. And you know, I think like a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, the protagonist, her kind of arc is that she learns to kind of value life or like have like a better outlook on the problems that she has. It seems just like she like, you know, kind of gets up, cooks dinner or cooks breakfast for her mom, is kind of over her crush because she now loves a cat who is way hotter than her crush.
I think I don't know if it's that. I think she just realized that there's other like interesting people out there, and she doesn't have to fall in love with her one true love while she's still in high school.
I'm with Denali on this one.
Like, how
Okay,
could you
fuck me then. That's fine.
like anybody else after encountering
Yeah.
the Baron?
And her friends ask,
like-
and she's like, he's Canadian, you know.
He doesn't go here. He's also a
His mom
cat.
won't let him out.
Well, he's not a cat. He's a statue of a cat. Who is a
What
man.
he
There's people who do that.
he comes to. So do gargoyles in this world just come to life when they're needed?
No,
it's
Jace,
whatever is
I think
made
they
with
can do
enough-
it whenever they want.
Okay, that's what.
I think they have choice.
No, yeah. So
You're
the
asking if
bird
you could-
and the
Yeah.
Baron came alive like at the same time, but that happened like as the sun was setting. So I was under the impression that it was like a nighttime thing, and then he was alive during the daylight hours. So I was a little.
I think Muto was like, yeah, nobody's impressed by your tricks. Just come on out here. I think he was just doing it for show.
Fucking cool.
I think so too. The movie ends. New outlook on life. It's great. But wait, there's never mind. There's
No,
nothing.
both
at the
of the
end. I thought
girls
I
are
was-
like, yeah, nothing's really happened with our crushes, and then they live their lives.
When they were watching Suge earlier, where they were like, "Oh yeah, he's got a big game today." Were you guys thinking like football or soccer?
Yeah,
or
ping pong.
something? And it was ping
Yeah.
pong, which I think is awesome. Like, wow, can you imagine being like a jock at your school and your thing is ping pong? Like,
And
you were a
I
popular
like that the
athlete.
girls still loved him, and the girls still thought he was like super hot and dreamy and stuff.
Ping pong's a cool sport,
I
dude.
think so. I think it's actually legitimately cool.
It's fucking finesse. It's like 1-on-1 So there's not like a lot of pausing where they're like, wait guys, that guy crossed over the line, that guy like did this thing. Like, it's just fucking ping pong rules. Okay, cat meters, meowometers
Meowometers.
for the Litterboxd.
I'm kind of fucking scared to go first, but This is the most cat this is definitely the most cat we've gotten by far. The main character turns into a cat. She like licks her paws and she does a bunch of cat stuff. Fuck, man. They're like 98% of the characters in this movie are cats. Oh, you guys are looking at me and shaking your head, and it's like feeling like I
nodding.
have to give this a 10. the Japanese
10
hit the
meows.
meows out of the park on this one. Studio Ghibli. Meow 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 meow.
I think so. I agree. It's a meow 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 meow. And so that's 10 meows for those of you counting at home.
Oh yeah.
I think I totally agree. What didn't it have? It had catnip in pockets.
no-
It had mice in lockers.
Yeah.
It had normal cats. It had fancy cats. It had king cats. It had prince cats. It had fake cats. It had real cats. It had flying cats. It had magic cats. Yep.
It's pretty Dr. Seuss. Keep going.
And then the cat goes
Red
and it puts
cats,
on a
blue
hat
cats. Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to make this more cat. Like maybe if it was filmed by cats and all the cats were real, like live action.
I was waiting
and
for a
all the cats were
Litterboxd
cat
joke,
actors.
which I didn't get.
Yeah.
But I think there was enough cat saturation that we didn't need it. And I also don't know what the Japanese Litterboxd situation was in the 90s.
Yeah. Also, not a
bet
single
it's
one of
better.
those cats was owned.
Yeah,
It was
that's true.
like pretty cool. They were all
Yeah.
like free
'cause
spirited.
ownership's
so
fucked up.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. Cats are anarchists, man. They don't believe in fucking property. Like I was thinking of, yeah, because like we talked about, there was no, cat butthole scene. This is a kid's movie. I don't need to, look, that doesn't need to be in there. I'll give it a pass. All right. There's a lot of cat jokes, like a lot of jokes about like what cats eat. There's a lot of like, I think they got cat behaviorisms and mannerisms in this movie. I think a cat person would really like this movie. All right. Unlike other movies we've seen, like maybe even Keanu, definitely not Pet Sematary. I think cat people would be like, eh. But this movie, I think, locks in on why people like cats. They're mysterious and interesting. I think the main cat in this movie, even though he's not technically a real cat, I think he delivers on all the cat fronts. I'm trying to think of any reason to not give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. 10 meows on the meowometer. I think this movie got
I agree.
there, and I'm happy about it. It's weird. It's weird. It's not like the dog thing where like we talked about how in the dog whenever the dog meter is higher in the dog season, the movie
I
gets
think that's
worse.
a good point. Because I'm not
Like-
grading that. I'm not giving it a dog curve. I'm not giving it a cat curve. I'm grading these on a full scale. Like, I'm treating them like they're real serious movies.
Yeah, I think cats don't need a curve. Like I think you can review it as is, and yeah, we'll get into what we think about the movie. Jace, what is your movie meter for the Cat Returns?
Ooh, it's up there, flirting with a lot of different numbers. I think this was it's certainly a breath of fresh air in the last 4 weeks. When she gave the fish cakes to Yuki, I cried a little bit. I laughed a lot at this movie. I thought the animation style was beautiful. It's very different from the other from the Hayao Miyazaki Ghibli movies where they're throwing their superstars at it and taking a year to animate a 4-second scene. But I don't know, man. I think I might give it like a 9.
Don't be afraid, Jace.
I don't know if it's a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna let that sit.
That's a great score, dude.
Yeah.
We don't give a lot of those.
That's fair. I think I'm also wavering between 2, but I'm wavering between 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe my hesitation to give it a 9 is that like it's so short. And even though I love movies that are 90 minutes, this movie is 75 minutes long. And that's just like, it's hard to be like, this is a near perfect movie, but it's like a really long episode of something. And I think if for some reason it didn't capture my attention in the same way that like a Miyazaki movie does, and I think that when this seemed like an above average or like probably like one of the best of those non-Disney animated movies that we get, like those Don Bluth movies, like All Dogs Go to Heaven and stuff like that. I'm gonna put it in a category with those movies rather than like the other Miyazaki movies. And I think it's probably the best out of like those movies. But I think it's just a notch below even it's about the same for me as like Castle in the Sky, which I didn't particularly like love, which was still really good, but it's probably my least favorite Miyazaki that I've watched. I think if it is one. So I think 8. I think that's fair. I'm not going to grade it on a curve. I really did enjoy this movie and I would absolutely recommend it. There's just like a couple tiny things I think that could have been added in. I think it really hit me good because right now I'm playing Persona 4, which is like a Japanese high school, simulation game sort of. So like, all of this say like, this person goes to this high school and like you have to make it to class and manage your social bonds and stuff like that really connected for me personally right now. But I could totally see how someone could watch this and be like, that's it. There's nothing else. It's not quite as like thick in a lot of ways. And it doesn't like beat you over the head with its themes. Yeah. So yeah, I think an 8 is fair.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Ryan, because a lot of these Studio Ghibli movies, they're very meditative. And I think some people, when they watch them for the first time, they're like, what was the plot? Like when they watch Totoro, for example, like what was that? That was just like a theme park ride, basically. And I think this movie is kind of like that, where it's like kind of experiential. The arc is very light. And even I think Miyazaki, even though this isn't a Miyazaki movie, he's talked about like where he's like, I just make up a beginning and I make up the end as the movie is made. Like I don't really kind of create like this grand arc, I don't know. This movie, you probably read this was going to originally be a 20-minute short for a theme park ride that they were making in Japan. This was commissioned. They were like, hey, can you make a movie about that cat guy and make it like 20 minutes? We can show it at the beginning of the ride. And the theme park got canceled and they made it into a full movie. They're like, fuck it. We'll do an actual feature. And I think considering that, like, this turned out really, really good. Like, I absolutely had a great fucking time watching this movie. I really loved the experience. Like, I was laughing, I was knee slapping, I was touched by all the scenes in here. I think this really fucking delivered, and I can't believe that, I'm gonna give this movie a 9 lives. I can't believe I'm reaching this high in the cat season, because I think this is like the apex of cat art. In this movie, I'm glad, and a lot of people say this is like a mid Studio Ghibli movie. I think compared to some of the highs, I can understand why people say that, but this is not a mid movie. Okay, this is a good animated movie, and for 75 minutes, dude, fuck yeah, throw it on during the day, at night. Like this felt like a full meal to me, despite its short length. Like I felt satisfied after watching it, and there you have it, folks. That was Cat Returns. Do you think we should make a Cat Returns again? I'd like to see the Baron.
Oh, I do have a note.
Yeah.
I do have a note. The name of this movie in Japanese, the literal translation is The Cat's Repayment. And the final word is generally used in a sense as like repayment of a favor. So I'm almost wondering if The Cat Returns doesn't really even thematically make sense, but I haven't seen the first movie, so I don't know if the Baron is returning a favor or
it's Prince Loon who's returning the favor.
Yeah, I don't. I'm left a little confused about the returning still. Maybe that's why this isn't a 10.
Look, I think the direct English translation in that case would be Prince Loon's return of a favor after getting saved by a girl. By the way, Prince Loon is a cat. I think that
with a lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
She isn't going to smack him 40 feet. She picks him up very gingerly
and flings him. Folks at home, let us know what you think about The Cat Returns. Ryan, you have the next pick.
Yeah, I do.
The cat movie.
Well, after much debate, we held a battle royale, and it makes sense. But the one that came out on top, is it gonna have extra alien abilities? Is it gonna be super feline?
Yeah.
Perhaps. It's the cat from outer space. Oh, man, what does that mean? We don't know. We looked it up. Don't know anything about it. Is it going to be a kids movie? I don't know. It sounds kind of interesting, though, so we're going to watch it.
It's from 1978. Great find, Ryan. So, folks, this is going to be a guaranteed good movie.
Guaranteed.
You got the Ryan Promise this week.
Oh, God.
So make sure to please see it. Do we want to leave our audience with maybe a piece of advice from the Baron? Something that he might say to young Haru in her troubled life.
Listen.
Here.
Kiddo.
There
Once.
Was.
a
Big.
Hairy.
cat
Who.
Always.
slipped
Something.
On.
nightly.
If.
There.
Was
Any.
Reason.
so
Don't.
Ever.
forget
To.
Close.
Don't ever forget 2 clothes.
Oh, TWO in clothes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Kat. That was so helpful. Perhaps that could have been shortened. I once knew a guy who always put something on whenever he felt like it should be on.